Okay, I think ready to get started. Hello again, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. And thank you to those of us who have been here through the series so far. We're on, was it series 3 of 4?
Yes. I think 3, yeah.
Thank you again to Amy Rutledge for being here tonight to guide us through tonight's meditation on self-love. We will be recording this webinar again tonight. The previous episodes have been loaded onto the Nevins YouTube channel as of, I believe, yesterday or a day before. At the end of the meditation, we are going to leave about 15 minutes for questions. You feel free to put them into the chat if you'd like. And then we'll also be, if you want to speak to Amy direct with your question, you can raise your hand and I'll allow you to speak. And we'll go from there. And since everybody's in their own cozy spaces, I do not need to direct you to the nearest restroom. At any time during tonight's webinar, feel free to go to your own restroom. So thank you again, Amy. And I'm going to turn it over to Amy now.
Thank you, Brenna. Thank you. Thank you for the Nevins Library for having me. I just think it's such a beautiful gift that you're offering, not only me, but to all the participants. And it's really a testament to how much you care about the well-being and, compassion of all your community. So I just want to honor you so very much for having me, and honor all of you for showing up and for being here. Knowing that this is such a great gift. Meditation is such, in my mind, the ultimate gift of self-love and self-compassion and care. And I'd love to start off our self-love meditation with this beautiful poem that I found. This is adapted from the teachings of Babuji, shared by Kripal Vinanji. And he says, "Break your heart no longer. Each time you judge yourself, you break your heart. You pull away from the love that is the wellspring of your vitality. But now the time has come, your time, to live and to trust the goodness that you already are. That there is no evil, no wrong in you. Your true essence is pure awareness, aliveness, love. Let no one, no idea, or ideal obscure this truth. And if one comes, forgive it for its unknowing. Just let go and breathe into the goodness that you already are." And I just think that's such a beautiful message, especially for this self-love, self-care meditation practice today. It almost brings me to tears because, so often in life, we tend to judge ourselves so harshly for whatever it is we're experiencing that's perceived bad. So whether we have a bad thought or bad sensation or, experiences that are not so great, we really tend to judge ourselves so harshly. And so with the meditation, we learn to bring in this quality of love and kindness, compassion and care to whatever we are experiencing, whether it's good or perceived bad. And I know that's easier said than done, but you can simply think of this practice as simply planting seeds of more positive ways of thinking and talking and relating to ourselves. And so for this practice, we're going to do a little bit of relaxation, a little bit of loving kindness, and then following will be some loving affirmations. And so with the affirmations, if you've never used them before, it might seem a little strange. It might feel a little funny. And I know when I first started using affirmations, I found them from the book You Can Heal Your Life by Louise Hay. And if you haven't read it, I highly recommend it. It's a really beautiful book, and she talks about mirror work and also loving affirmations. And so when I first started using them, I was like, this feels very disingenuous. This doesn't feel real. I don't believe these things that I'm telling myself. But I kept at it. I kept doing it because at that point in my life, I was like, I'll try anything. And my thoughts were primarily negative. And not saying that's a bad thing, but there is a way to be able to shift that. And that was for me by using these positive affirmations. And so if we start to use these affirmations and you find that your ego mind or your inner critic or whatever it is that you like to call it kind of chirps in your ear and is like, this isn't true, or, I don't believe this, that's okay. And it's completely natural, normal. And what you can do is you can simply just take a deep breath in, let it out, just allow it to pass without needing to judge, without needing to identify, and just simply return the attention back to the affirmation. You might have to do that 100 times and just know that that's okay. Meditation is a practice and affirmations is a practice. So the more you do it, the easier that it will get. And they really work because I have this one that I love, and I'll share it with you. I have it on a sticky note and I look at it every morning when I wake up. It's the first thing I see. And it says, every day, in every way, my life gets better and better. And I started using this about 1.5 years ago, and I didn't believe it at all. But I was like, I'm gonna try. And I'm just, every morning I wake up and I would see that, I would take it in, I would take that mindful moment before I would look at my phone or attend to anything else. I would take care of my own self-care. And now 1.5 years later, I believe it in every way. In every way, my life gets better and better, and it truly does. And so it's just also a really great way to sort of plant those seeds of positive thinking, those positive seeds of relating and speaking to yourself. Sometimes we tend to talk so negatively. So just really treating ourselves as if we would treat, a loved one or our own best friend. Like we can see ourselves as our own best friend. Another thing that I've been using that's been really helpful for me is that whenever I'm suffering, whenever I'm experiencing sadness or rage or, frustration or whatever it is that we all experience as human beings, I used to really identify with that. And then I would really berate myself and beat myself up for feeling so badly. So if I was angry, for instance, I would be like, oh, why are you feeling angry? You shouldn't feel this. This is, you're terrible. All the things that we tend to do and go down that rabbit hole. But lately I've been telling myself when I'm experiencing these things, it's just a piece of me. It's just a little piece of me that is experiencing sadness. It doesn't make up who I am as a human being. It's just a little tiny piece of me that's experiencing some rage or some sadness. And I just take that in and I send that piece of me that needs that love in that moment. So I just send that piece. If I'm feeling physical pain, it's just a piece of me that's experiencing the suffering in this moment. And I send that part of me some love. So I hope that's helpful to you. It's been really helpful for me. We'll move into the meditation now, and we'll have time at the end for any questions and answers, like Brenda said. So if you want to lay down, please feel free. If you would like to sit in a chair, I recommend having your feet flat on the ground so you feel grounded. If you're seated cross-legged, maybe get a cushion or a yoga block under your sit bone so your hips are a little bit higher than your legs. And that's just better for keeping a neutral alignment, making sure your spine is straight. So just take a moment to get settled in. Maybe doing a couple of shoulder rolls or maybe rocking the head gently side to side. And with mindfulness and loving kindness practices, we are learning to cultivate and call in the sense of loving kindness, compassion, and care to whatever we are experiencing, whether it's good or perceived bad, that everything belongs, and no matter how you are feeling, that it's okay. And just know if thoughts come and go, if distractions come and go, that's natural and normal, it's okay. You can simply acknowledge it and just allow it to pass without needing to identify or judge. And just simply return the attention back to the object of focus again and again. So hopefully you found yourself a comfortable position. So just taking a moment to settle in now. Settling into your body, settling into your environment. You can place your hands wherever you'd wish. If you need to shift at all throughout this practice, please feel free. I always want you to feel comfortable. And softly closing your eyes if you wish. And just take a moment now to really free yourself of any thoughts of the past, plans for later. Just allowing them to gently drift away. And just reminding yourself that it is safe to let the thoughts go, just for now. Just truly honoring your time for self-care and peace. I'm going to ring the sound of the sound bowl, which will signify the beginning of our practice. And just follow the sound and vibrations to their natural end. And let's begin to deepen the breath. Let's take a nice conscious deep breath in all together, filling up as much as you can. And a slow, sweet, gentle release on the exhale. Just lengthening, slowing down. And again, filling up. And really feeling your body as it expands as you take in this oxygen. Exhaling as you release, relax, and let go. And again, filling up and feeling your belly expand, your chest expand. Exhaling, releasing, relaxing, letting go. Let's take one more nice last deep breath in all together, letting this be the biggest breath of the day. And releasing, surrendering, relaxing, letting go. And returning the breath to its natural rhythm. Let's begin to relax the body in a very mindful way. So I like you to imagine that there is this beautiful, warm, healing light that is pouring in through the top of your head. And you can make this light any color that you wish and any temperature that feels really good. And just allowing this light to wash over and heal, restore, relax every single thing that it touches. And releasing everything that no longer serves you anymore in this moment. So allowing this beautiful light to flow down, swirl around your forehead, relaxing, releasing. Relaxing your brow bone and the space in between the brows. Inviting this further down, this beautiful warm light to relax your mouth. And release your jaw. And further down through, swirling around your throat and neck, your shoulders, down through both arms, just releasing, relaxing. Further down through your hands and fingers. And inviting this beautiful healing light to swirl around your chest, your organs, bones, every single cell of your body, restoring, revitalizing, energizing, healing, warming. Your heart, your lungs, and down through the belly, relaxing the belly. Imagine this beautiful warm light swirling around all the organs, down through the hips and pelvis, and then slowly down through both legs, and your feet and toes. And just imagining now that you're completely enveloped in this beautiful, warm, healing light, like if you were in this beautiful cloud of energy, of light. Like you're in this, floating in this safe cocoon, this safe haven. And just allowing this light to work and release any residual tension that's left, warming every single inch of your body. Let's begin to give some gratitude and appreciation and love to our physical bodies. Maybe place a hand on your heart if that feels good. Maybe feel your heart beating, or just get a sense of your heart beating. Feeling that heat and pressure of your hand against your chest. And just giving your heart some love. Just thanking, or maybe expressing gratitude to your heart for all the hard work it does to keep you alive without even having to be conscious of it. And what truly a miracle that is. For the ability to love and be loved in return. Maybe thanking the immune system for keeping us safe and healthy and strong. And just scanning your body, thanking every single last inch of your body, every cell, for all of the miraculous functioning. And just thanking your body for working so hard for you every moment of every single day. Without us even having to think about it. And just recognizing that our bodies work so hard for us every moment, 24/7. It loves and supports us not because it judges us or expects anything of us, but simply because we are alive. And I would like you to imagine that you are completely surrounded by all of your loved ones, all of your family members, your friends, maybe even pets, animals. And just take a moment to take them all in, noticing their smile, noticing their loving eyes gazing back at you, maybe thinking about their kindness or ways they've helped you out in life. And just sending them all gratitude and love, maybe even mentally saying thank you for their presence in your life, thanking them for their love. And now imagine that they are all gazing back at you lovingly, and that they are all acknowledging you, how grateful they are to have you in their life, how proud of you they are, sending you love. And then beginning to repeat these affirmations after me, either silently in your mind or out loud. You can even place your hand on your heart if that feels good. Love is everywhere, and I am loving and lovable. I love and accept myself exactly the way that I am. I am proud of myself and who I am becoming. I forgive myself and I set myself free. Life supports me in every way possible. I am confident and I am free. I am open to receiving abundance and prosperity. I see my struggles as opportunities to grow and learn. I am infinite, eternal, and love. I am valuable. I am limitless. So begin to return the attention now back to your body breathing. Know that whatever came up for you in this practice is absolutely perfect. And take a moment to really thank and honor yourself for carving out this time for self-care and peace. Maybe give yourself a great big hug, just a gentle gesture of love and care. And then beginning to find the gentle movement in the body, maybe wiggling the fingers and the toes, taking a stretch overhead. Just gently, slowly coming back to your body. Now we ring the sound of the sound bowls, which will signify the end of our practice today. And you can gently open your eyes whenever you feel ready. And just taking a moment to take in your surroundings, coming back to the space. And I thank you so very much for meditating with me today. I'm so honored and grateful to be your guide. And knowing that this is not only such a great gift to your own self, but this truly extends and expands to everyone around you, your family, your friends, the community, and the world. So I honor you so very deeply for your practice today. Please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, any shares. And one thing about the affirmations too is that it's a really great to stick on sticky notes. And actually, sorry, I should say this first, is that to find affirmations that really resonate with you, that feel good when you say them. And you can Google them. You can even do I am affirmations on YouTube. I like to listen to them. There are some that are like 8 hours long, and I like to listen to them right before I go to sleep and as I'm sleeping, and I kind of feel like they're, you know, like getting into my subconscious mind. And also I have sticky notes all over of affirmations that make me feel really good, and I'll stick it in my phone. I have 4 or 5 reminders of different affirmations that make me feel really good. And no matter where I am, no matter who I'm with, if one of them pops up, I just take that mindful moment, and I just even close my eyes sometimes and hold my hand over my heart and just, think of that affirmation. And it's almost like I'm planting that seed. It's like I'm planting, just even visualizing it, I'm planting that seed. And I've really been able to transform my limiting negative beliefs about myself by using these. So I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you, Deirdre. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here and for saying that. I'm honored.
So if anyone has any questions, they can raise their hand and I will allow you to speak. If you want, you can also enter them into the chat. If you want to kind of stay behind the scenes, you're more than welcome.
Thank you, everyone. I'm just responding to these very beautiful thanks. I appreciate you. Thank you.
I'm back. All right. Nobody have any questions tonight? Oh. Michelle just entered into the chat once a day.
Yeah, I mean, it's really up to you. Like, you're your own best champion, like if I find myself meditating all throughout the day sometimes. So I definitely do it when I wake up in the morning. Before I do anything else, I journal to kind of get all the bad dreams and all the junk out of my head. So it's easier to meditate in that way. And then I meditate before I go to sleep as well, just because, you're getting all the stuff that happened throughout the day and just like sort of releasing it. So it's easier to sleep in that way. But I practice meditation, when as I need it. If I'm feeling bad, I feel like I need to take a moment. I take a quiet moment, even if it's just for 2 minutes. That sometimes that's all you need. So really, it's really great to kind of become curious and discover what really, works for you. As a general rule of thumb with meditation, they say to work your way up to meditating 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes at night. But that's, long term. So don't get, discouraged. Even if you can meditate for 30 seconds a minute, that is worth it. You know what's best for you, your heart, knows all the answers, whatever feels good and honoring for you. And I think it's great to ask yourself consistently, like, what would feel good right now? And that's what I do. That's how I offer myself self-love and cares all throughout the day. I'll say, well, okay, what would feel really good right now? Is it taking a nap maybe, or maybe, punching a pillow, or, crying, or taking a bath, whatever it is, and letting that be okay. And maybe sometime or meditating, maybe, okay, I just need to sit and be with myself for a minute. And that's sometimes all you need. So you really have to kind of figure out what works for you. I hope that helped.
And if you don't mind, I would just echo on the affirmations as well. I started doing them about 2 or 3 years ago, and they made a difference. They really did. A friend had given me a calendar at the time, and it was actually one of the Louise Hay affirmation calendars.
Oh, yes.
Daily ones. So if you can get your hands on them, they were great. I would keep some of them at my desk at work at the time, and
yeah,
make a difference.
That's beautiful. Yeah. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome. I should get that calendar. I love Louise Hay.
Yeah. Agreed. Rest in peace.
Yeah. They changed my life, really. Okay, let's see. She's a Japanese Lab podcast. Oh, Tatiana. Is it Tatiana? I hope I'm saying your name right. Happiness Lab. Oh, that's beautiful. Someone actually just told me to listen to that, so I'm taking this as a sign that I should probably listen to it too. That's great. So you're having a whole day of self-care. It's beautiful.
Right.
And Rita downloaded the Insight Timer into my phone, found the deep sleep, great for getting better night's sleep. Oh, beautiful. I'm so glad. Yeah, I think it was last week or the week before, I recommended the Insight Timer app. It's a free app, and it's helped me so much in cultivating my daily habit. And it's guided meditations from literally people all over the world. But there's a yoga nidra, and it's deep sleep, or it's one's called like deep bone sleep by Jennifer Piercy, and that helps me sleep. I have a hard time getting to sleep. So that's what she's referring to. Thank you, Rita, for saying it's helped, and I appreciate that. I'm so happy for you. And Carolyn posts positive affirmations in her classroom. That's amazing. I love that. I just think that's so wonderful, because if we can teach our youth these positive ways of thinking and talking to ourselves, oh man, there's, the options that limitless, truly. I think that's so beautiful. Thank you, Carolyn, for sharing that love with our children. Beautiful.
So it looks like we don't have any other questions.
Okay.
Once again, we are working on future programs such as these, and we would love your feedback. There is going to be another survey again posted as soon as we leave this webinar. It's 3 short questions. If you want to fill it out, that would be great. We would appreciate it. And if you filled it out last week and you thought of something during the week, feel free to take the survey again. And it'll help us, work with Amy and other administrators and putting out more programs for you. So thank you again. Thank you again, Amy, for joining us. It was beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you again to our Barbara for setting this up.
Yeah, thank you, Barbara. Yeah, and I guess I'll see you next week then.
Yes, you will.
Yeah, so I'll see everyone next week. I look forward to it. Many blessings and much love to you all.
Thank you again.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.